Well, Matty, thanks very much for having me. Much different uniform tonight, but happy to be here and loving hanging out with you.
Let's sort this out once and for all. Have you retired?
Mate, semi-retired. Have you seen some of the big boppers in the league here and some of the athletic imports? I think it's much safer up here, mate.
I have seen them. Maybe you might become a storyline this season. We've had plenty this week with suspensions, injuries, fines, imports being let go, other big names arriving. That's what we're looking forward to in round 4, when some of those storylines will unfold. None bigger, perhaps, than Steve Blake arriving for Sydney. He was unveiled today, and he'll play Brisbane.
Weeks off Snakes tonight.
He's back home. He's had a tough start of the season. These men hope to continue the tough times for Nate Jawai. Let's have a look at their starting 5. What have you made of them through 6 games?
Well, Matty, I don't know whether I'm watching a game of basketball or the new Avengers movie when I watch them. There's that many superstars out there. Blanchfield went 8 of 9 from 3 against Illawarra the other night. Dave Anderson come back from the Olympics, and Majok Majok, the double machine, the real enforcer inside. Matty, they are loaded.
Dean Demopoulos with some last-minute notes on the whiteboard. You learn something every day. I didn't know Cam Gliddon was an Avengers fan. Who's your favourite?
Oh, Iron Man, Matty. I need all the help I can get. A flying suit would be great. I think I got about 3 dunks in 13 years, so a flying suit would be fantastic.
Well, Cam's record over the last 2 seasons at home makes them the league Iron Men when it comes to winning at home. Most people might have thought that Perth had the best home record recently, but no, it's the Taipans. Why are Cairns so hard to beat at this arena?
Well, you do really think Perth, and you do think New Zealand when you think home dominance, but the Taipans really have done a fantastic job the last couple of years. It's hot, it's humid. The Southerners, they get off the plane, it's uncomfortable.
Orange, you say army, orange, orange. Yeah, all right, so we're going to do a couple of those this evening. But we want you guys to be going home, sore throat, nothing but plenty of liquids, okay, lots of boys this evening. Welcome back now, big boy, number 15.
It's a great scene in Cairns, a fantastic arena. The Orange Army is in the house, knowing their team has to win tonight. Aaron Fern, Gordon McLeod, Jamie Pullman, the pressure mounting on the coaching team, as it is the players, because the Taipans 0-3 to start the season. But there is no place like home for the Taipans, the best home team over the last 2 years. It's great to have Cam Gliddon with me in commentary, Dean Demopoulos with some last-minute instructions. What are you expecting in the first couple of minutes from both teams, Cam?
Well, I think it's going to be a real struggle to see who controls the tempo of this game, Matty. I think Cairns wants to slow it down. I think they want to get the ball inside and move the ball from side to side as well, whereas Melbourne, they want to get out of the blocks, they want to rebound, they want to run.
The Cairns, they had an outstanding home record last year, but it's the visitors through David Anderson. Inside the key, and Anderson. What an accomplished start from Anderson.
Great start. They definitely see a size advantage there with Anderson, with the smaller Mark Worthington on him. They went straight to him, and a great start for Anderson and United.
Cairns would love to score with their first possession. Such has been their scoring woes. The floater from Trice fails. Good effort. Try and keep possession from Nana Egwu. All to no avail, and it's Cedric Jackson. Majok Majok in the paint, losing the ball. Hustle from Worthington. Majok wins the battle outside for Blanchfield. An early 3 from Todd Blanchfield.
Well, we saw him go 8 of 9 against Illawarra the other night. This is not what the Taipans want. They don't want to give Toddy Blanchfield any open looks because he will make them pay.
Great ball recently for Blanchfield, 8 of 9, showing us how dangerous he can be shooting the 3. Only 3 teams won in Cairns last season. Melbourne was one of them. Blanchfield in a tangle of bodies, it comes down in favour of Worthington again. It's an action replay from Wortho.
What a fantastic start from Mark Worthington, active at both ends. Got to see him get the block, get out on the break. 2 from 2 for Wortho, just what the Snakes needed.
And Melbourne with the answer, and it comes impressively.
And how's that if you're Melbourne, Matty? Chris Goulding goes down, you bring in a sub like Ramon Moore, an import to fill his spot, and we saw in the pre-season how great he was.
9 points last game for Ramon Moore. He had 15 against Brisbane and Adelaide. An encouraging start to his NBL career. Egwu gives it to Trice. Trice around Majok. Now Fuquan Edwin. One bounce to pull-up jumper. It misses. And it will be Melbourne possessing outside. Fuquan Edwin. Couldn't get it to go. Anderson with another rebound. Cedric Jackson, who took the shot that would have forced OT against Perth. That's more his range, but no joy for Cedric Jackson.
You can really see United making an emphasis of that low post. They've gone to David Anderson, they've gone to Majok, now they've gone to Jackson. They're really making an emphasis of going inside. That's obviously where they think they have an advantage.
That reception, you might have heard, was for Nate Jawai, back on the court in Cairns as a Cairns player for the first time since 2008. Edwin jumping around, finding Worthington. Good through the air. Now Ramon Moore telling Blanchfield to run baseline, still with Moore. Moore on Worthington.
Oh, nifty little move.
He comes hard. You look at David Anderson go to the line. Speaking about a long time between drinks, he's the oldest player in the league until Sunday when Steve Blake arrives. He made his debut in 1998. I remember it in Wollongong. Brendan Joyce said he's got a good one here. He played a season and went to achieve all sorts of glory in the NBA, in Europe, and he will retire as one of Australia's basketball greats.
No doubt, Matty. And here's an interesting stat too. David Anderson has never played in Cairns because the Cairns Taipans were not around when David Anderson last played in the NBL 18 years ago.
And he's back this season. David Anderson as Jawai.
See, I love that, Matty. I love that they're establishing him early. He's got an easy bucket. They went right back to him. I just really hope they keep pumping it into the big fella, and I think they'll see the rewards. Anderson
to Cedric Jackson, back to Anderson. He's too good to get a look like that. David Anderson. 16-8. The early jump for Melbourne. Edwin cut it from Fuquan Edwin. Six-point leads to Melbourne. Blanchfield to Anderson, who's finding the mark from all parts of the court. He fails right there. And there's a good heads-up play from Gliddon. Worthington gets it wrong in the shooting motion. Hitting the rim from underneath. Ramon Moore double teamed. And he travels. Good defense from Cairns. Made a lot came about Cairns' shooting woes, the lowest in the league, 73 points per game. They're also conceding 86. So, yes, they might have some scoring problems, but some will argue, including Aaron Fern, that your offense will come out of your defense.
Yeah, well, Matty, that fact there would no doubt get on Aaron Fern's nerve the most. The scoring he wouldn't mind about as much, but the defense, he really hangs his hat on the defense. And look, tonight, they've been...
Hi, Wesley. And it will be the home team with possession.
Matty, you can see Melbourne doing a really good job of pinning Cairns to that one side of the floor. The ball goes across the floor, and Melbourne doing a great job of keeping it there because Cairns, they want to get the ball across the top, and they want to get that ball into Jawai inside. Great job by Melbourne so far.
There's just over 2 minutes left in the first. That's the first turnover from either team. Good ball security.
No, it's been a very entertaining game so far. Really enjoying it.
They're a knowledgeable basketball crowd in Cairns, and you can almost read their minds. It's tense. They know their team desperately needs this victory, and he's up against it against Melbourne United. They want it so badly, but they're not making too much noise just yet. Stephen Way Inbounds for Jawai. Now, Jared Weeks. Tomlinson to Tywell. Wesley yet to score. That was his third attempt. And that man, Devon Williams, a Cincinnati product. What have you made of his early ball with United?
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him in the regular season. He was a real standout in the pre-season. He's a big body. He runs the middle lane like a deer. He finishes with dunks. I really like him. They just haven't really quite got him involved yet. But he crashes the glass. Yeah, I like what he's about.
Air ball from Melbourne. So the points just drying up for United, who led by 8 earlier in this opening term. Their advantage back to 1 as Cairns look for a go-ahead bucket. Egwu gives it to Weeks. Now Way. He sends Jawai inside. Backing into Williams. Jawai. Got patience. And then we're back to... I'll let you pull the trigger. Plenty of reason for Cairns to get excited despite Dean Demopoulos and his troops. Their best efforts, because in the first quarter, Cairns shooting at 50%. They came to this game shooting at 36% across their first 3 games, and there's a reason that they're up around 50%, Cameron Trigard.
Matty, they have heard the cries. No more 3-pointers, no more bombing away last week. 16 of 19 of their 19 points have come in the paint. They are making a concerted effort to get the big dog down on the block, let him go to work, let him find the cutters, and they look fantastic, and that's why they only trail by 1.
Nate Jawai with 4 points. He's made 2 of his 3 attempts. Here's Nana Egwu. A turnover, misguided pass. It left his hand just as Nate Jawai ran the line, but they forced a turnover at their own end. Ty Wesley. He shot hard off the backboard and down safely for Nana Egwu. Level at 22, 90 seconds in to the second quarter. What's that? Ty Wesley picks up the foul on Egwu. Weeks. And Karen with that successful basket gives it away, and there's a foul called on Melbourne United again. Is it Ty Wesley who's picked up 2 in quick succession here?
Yeah, that one was on Williams, Matty, down there holding big Nate Jawai in the post. They are still coming at him. They think they have an advantage there, and I think that...
When Weeks go at each other, the battle of the block guys.
Good take by the big man there. Saw he had the smaller Tomlinson on him, just bumped him off like he was throwing away a loaf of bread.
Nate Tomlinson skidding backwards over the baseline. You can see Alex Loughton beside Damon Hire on the bench, as we mentioned. Loughton missing his first game after 119 in a row for Cairns. He's their longest serving current Taipan. He's in his 7th season. And there's the problem, the ligaments in that right hand.
Yeah, Matty, I don't think he needs surgery. He's saying it's still going to be at least a month out on the sideline until he regains the strength in that finger and thumb area.
Jawai, always watched with interest at the free throw line. Not a strength of his game, but something he no doubt works on tirelessly.
He's done a great job getting in shape. I think he looks quite young. He came in big at around the sort of 150
VEQTA. Shoots over the top of the hole. And Worthington. 300 plus games for Worthington. Delivers 3 more. And Stephen Way racking up the points this evening.
The scouting report is definitely not to go under on Stephen Way. Melbourne United, a big slip-up on that one, and it cost them. Fantastic shot by Wazy.
Now Kyle Adnan for the answer. A putback from Devon Williams works. Well, they go to Stephen Way again. He's had 3 shots tonight, all from 3-point territory, making 2 of them. McCarran trying to find a way through, elects to give weeks to go. Agent 97 clocks in Cairns. Maybe we should call him Agent Orange. Hope to use that to damage the opposition.
Known for his speed, Jared Weeks. He's an absolute blowfly up and down the court, but also a real deadly 3-point shot. We saw it last year.
Worthington.
2 shots.
His 2nd season at Cairns. Makes the 2nd. With the Taipans by 4. Just over 5 left before the main break. Jackson to Anderson, who scored freely to start, and Blanchfield.
3-ball corner pocket. You don't want to let him open over there. He is money from those corners.
Worthington.
Crafty.
Runs the arc, gets under the basket and draws another foul. Again, it's Ramon Moore.
Cam Gliddon run a nice little decoy there, just a little rub screen, a cheeky little move that the Taipans do on the weak side. You can see Gliddon with the rub screen there. Worthington knows what to do, attacks the basket more. Another quick foul on him.
Dishes off to take 3. Travis Trice.
Trice is right on that one, Matty. That was beautiful. Nice penetration from Worthington. Another 3-ball corner pocket.
After being down by 8 in the first, Cairns now out by 6. Anderson's shoot dries up temporarily. And here's Cairns' leading scorer, Gliddon, giving it off for Worthington. He's past Banana Egwu, but the foul has been called against Cairns.
No, we got 3 in the key there, Matty.
Okay.
Big Nana was camped down there and had a nice seal, did the reverse spin, but the referee got him.
Cairns still with just 1 turnover. As Cedric Jackson goes inside, then outside for David Anderson to bury 3 more.
He puts the 6 shooters away. I like it from the veteran. He's dialed in for his first game in Cairns tonight.
It might just be a weekend for the 36-year-olds. Anderson tonight, and then Blake with Sydney on Sunday. We can't wait to see that one. Shot in OT. These men could have come here with 4 straight wins.
Yeah, mate, they've been on fire, United. That would have been a big one for them. I probably would have gone to Blanchfield, but hey, Cedric Jackson's probably been the most clutch player in the league in the last 5 years, so he backed himself and unfortunately didn't come up with the goods.
get what we want. We come down here right now. All right, here we go. Let's do this.
And there's no fouls.
Let's run a.
Towards the end, all right?
Let's run a zipper one. Let's run a zipper one post. Zipper one post is set. All right, get him in there. You're popping out. Make sure you're on top. Okay, here we go. Everybody in.
I don't know how many offensive setups Melbourne have, but there must be a few because Dean Demopoulos took his time. He went through the cabinet and found the play he wants to run. Eventually, after a long pause.
Well, I think they think they have an advantage with Cedric Jackson, with Travis Trice guarding him, the smaller Trice. Jackson's a big body for a point guard. Look for them to zipper cut him into the post. I think they're going to throw it downstairs to Jackson and see if Trice can
Change away. Shot a little heavy. And now Travis Trice. And he draws the foul on Nate Tomlinson, so Cairns still shooting above 50%. A great clip compared with their poor start of the season offensively.
Well, I think they're attacking the basket. Look at Trice here. He knows he's got the advantage on Tomlinson. They're attacking, Matty. They're looking to get to the basket first, and then they're finding their shooters. Last couple of weeks, it's sort of just gone around the perimeter, and someone's got to take a long shot at the end of the shot clock. Much better effort tonight, trying to attack the rim and get the ball inside. Got to make some free throws though. That's a couple of the misses are starting to pile up now for the Taipans. They could really put a big lead on United right here.
Well, that's 5 of 8 free throws for the Taipans. Seven the difference. Tomlinson. Now Anderson. Bit of a shimmy as he heads back.
Cold and foo season, Matty. Cold and foo season. Dean Demopoulos has seen enough as he calls for time, wants to talk it over before this thing gets out of control.
It's been a big game so far for Mark Worthington. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Let's have a listen to the man they call Wortho.
Mark Worthington from Australind, Western Australia. I've got 2 basketball idols, one NBL legend in Andrew Vlahoff, and the second was Larry Bird in the NBA. Best basketball memory was probably the first game that I played for Australia. Putting on the green and gold for the first time was just an amazing feeling. Worst habit would probably be Nate Jawai, because he's huge and he sweats a lot, and you could be standing in a room and he'll just fall in a pile of his own sweat.
Nate Jawai, we mentioned he starts game at 143 kgs. What does he finish at? How much perspiration does he lose during a game?
A small pool, Matty. Enough.
Anderson, guarded by Worthington, who did enough. Cam Gliddon flies to get the rebounds. Out by 11, the Cairns Taipans. Yet to win a game this season. Cam Gliddon can take it closer. His shot was short, and he's stuck on 2 points for the night. Jackson finds Adnam. His shot falls for Mark Worthington. Travis Trice around Cedric Jackson, who tried to pick his pocket, but Travis said no. I'm going to the hole.
Already 47 points for the Taipans. It's their best half of the year so far, eclipsing the 23 they had against Perth, 39 against Sydney, and 32 against Adelaide. They are on fire tonight.
Home sweet home, but at the other end, Majok Majok gets the 2. He'll go to the line.
Nice catch and finish from the big man down there. United really needed that. You see the penetration from Adnam, little wraparound. That's beautiful. That's a spoon. That's what we call a spoon.
Okay, third expect to get some face guard here. All right, so 13 attack, we're taking the last shot here. If they're in zone, we are running spread 1. All right, we are running spread 1. If they're in man-to-man, we're running 2 sides. 2 sides, all right? If Adnam's guarding the high angle, then don't come up and screen.
It's an important 24 seconds before the half in the eyes of Aaron Fern. his side out by 11. He wants to use these last few seconds to full advantage.
Thanks a lot to Aaron. Give Aaron a round of applause.
Jamie Perlman just having a chat with the head coach. It's Majok Majok to have the and one. Hoping to make it 10 the difference. He hits his mark. 56%. Melbourne just above 42 as we go down to Cam Gliddon.
Mark, fantastic job in the first half, mate. A real concerted effort to get the ball inside to the big fella, but not only that, attack the rim as well.
Yeah, our offense has been pretty bad in the first 3 games, and you know, I think we've been playing fairly reasonable defense, and for us to score, I thought we needed more inside touches, which led to better shots outside as well.
Defensively, you've been pretty stingy as well, looking to double Cedric Jackson on the block. Is that something you'll continue in the second half?
Well, Fernie will tell us and we'll let you know, but you'll see it. Until then, who knows what Darren Fernie's thinking in that defensive mind of his.
Fantastic. Good luck in the second half, mate.
Mark Worthington, 10 points at 50%, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. There have been plenty of highlights for the Taipans, who are within sight with their first win of the season. They need another good half after the first. We'll break and come back to the Cairns Convention Centre. The team averaging 73 points per game this season has just had a 49-point first half. That team is the Cairns Taipans. Mark Worthington was fired up. The fans are fired up. That is their best half this season, Cam Gliddon.
Fantastic, Matty. In complete contrast with where they've been in the first 3 games, making a real concerted effort to push the ball in transition, pump it into Nate Jawai, and also Worthington getting on the rim, their guards getting on the rim. It's been a fantastic first half for the Taipans.
You told them to get into the paint, and they've done that tonight. Let's have a look at Travis Trice, 12 points and an assist. Worthington, 10 points, filling up the stats line when rebounding and assists as well. And it's David Anderson leading the way from Melbourne United. He was particularly effective early in the game. When you look through those numbers, is there a particular facet of Cairns' first half that really impressed you?
Well, the 15 three-pointers is good. I think they've taken a couple that were a little bit out of character there, but late in the shot clock, they very aggressive. Sort of went away from him a little bit. We started to get shots like that. See, Big Williams got a size advantage. We'd rather have him on the rim. But we see Winks knock down a 3, and that's exactly what Cairns want.
Jared liked that shot. The crowd really made some noise. They know how exciting he can be. And Travis Trice, he started to find some rhythm as well.
Oh, the Trice has been right tonight, Matty. He's had a corker, but we need him to keep being aggressive, keep playing his game, especially when the smaller Kyle Adnam comes into the game. Look for him really to attack.
Mark Worthington is one of 5 300 gamers still playing in the league, and his first half was effective. He knows that he has to lift and help this side that was a little low on confidence. He's certainly done that.
Well, it's triple-double alert for Wertho there. You can see the 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He's having a big game, but I just like his poise. He's defending hard, rebounding well, and this is vintage Worthington. Take it off the rim, attack. Don't try and draw the foul, go and score the bucket. He's been really aggressive tonight, and I'm loving watching him play.
Now tell me, if he has a triple-double, what's Wertho going to be like at training this week and shoot around with the Taipans? He'd be unbearable, wouldn't he?
Yeah, no, definitely. We certainly hear about it, but no, he comes in for you in that Tiger as in the starting unit, which is to be expected. But yeah, look for them to get Anderson involved early in this third quarter to try and get this deficit down.
Has a great range of shots, doesn't he? Confident from range. He can score in the paint. There's the mid-range shot. He's just so versatile.
Oh, he's polished. He's really polished. He can do it from everywhere. He's not daunted. He played the Dream Team a couple of months ago at the Olympics, so I think he's certainly not daunted here tonight as we see him drop in that patented fadeaway.
Well, Cairns desperately need victory. History's against them at 0-3. Who knows what history says if they fall to 0-4? Well, it won't be that if they continue on from where they finished off at half-time. They're 12 points ahead and looking to go on with the job. Can they? We'll find out next. The team that was 11-3 at home last season is set for a winning start at home again, so long as they can go on with the job. Cairns 12-point leaders against Melbourne United, who are close enough if they are good enough. This one is not done yet. We've got 2 fantastic quarters to come, and Cam Tragard is standing by with Dean Demopoulos.
Well, Coach, you really made a concerted effort to go inside there to Cedric and David. They're doubling down. What do you plan to do to combat that in the second half?
Hopefully make some shots on the kickouts. You know, we missed a bunch that I thought were pretty good, but, you know, they came out desperate team, and they're playing like it.
They've been bombing away early in the season. Tonight, a real concerted effort to go into Jawai, push the ball in transition. How will you counter their push in the second half?
Well, we just got to make a muscle in there. You know, right now we're not playing real good defense, and they're playing real good offense, so hopefully we can change that.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, Melbourne United with some work to do. It's great to have the stat man, Mark Slocum Edward. He's finding some rhythm tonight, Fuquan. Great to see him with some swagger in that first half.
Well, he's a confidence player. He just needs to see the ball go through the hoop a couple of times and he'll be fine. Aggressive scorer, can put the ball on the ground and get to the hoop. Having a good game so far.
You can see how Cairns start the third quarter. Tri-split, Edward and Worthington now. Moore, his first 2 shots in the second half miss. Gliddon will have a good look. More hurry to guard him, and it was Fuquan Edwin who positioned himself to score from under the rim. Melbourne with Jackson, Moore, Blanchfield, Anderson and Majok Majok opening the third. Anderson had a big opening to the game. Bumping bodies here with Nana Edwin. Nana Egwu. Travis Trice blocks by Blanchfield. Edwin and Egwu, you've got to stay on your toes,
You
calling
really do.
Cairns. Jackson yet to score. Blanchfield makes it look easy.
Good things happen when you go inside. We saw the first score to Majok when Anderson went inside. We see Jackson go down low. It's an easy kick out for Blanchfield for a 3. Good play by United there.
Edwin gets his own rebound. It was hard off the back of the rim.
Go to work, big boy.
Nana Edwin through Egwu for Gliddon. Gliddon knew straight away it wasn't right. He turned his back on the shots. Weeks higher and Loughton can laugh despite his injury. It's off Melbourne, so Cairns keep possession. Gliddon had turned his back on the shot and was heading back for defence. Has to come back in, maybe to score right here. Nice run, cutting with a loop under the rim. Cam Gliddon eventually gets his points.
Beautiful little end out of play there from end out of bounds play from Aaron Firm there. Gliddon knifing cut, gets the pass, beautiful finish. See United go back inside again.
Majok. So much that man. Worthington. His foot on the line. Majok gets the defensive rebound and Jackson comes up the floor. Anderson finds a way to feed Jackson. Goes through Blanchfield on to Moore.
Great rotations from Cairns there. That was a polished defensive set. See if they can end it with a stop. Oh,
another dish from Jackson
Breaks
to
your
Majok.
That breaks your heart. Such great rotation. They were scrambling. And then Cedric Jackson, sometimes he's just too good.
Melbourne with 8 team assists for the night, 4 of them through Cedric Jackson. Not scoring himself, but he's helping the team too. 10 points the difference. That's nothing when you're playing Melbourne United. Blanchfield, Anderson, they can chew away at that. In the blink of an eye, the shot clock put pressure on Trice, and he was fouled in the act of shooting 3.
Yeah, no, he'll go to the line for 3. Watch him here, clever play. It's the Kobe Bryant. Get him in the air, jump into him. This is my favourite part about living here. They ask us, do you think you'll get nervous at the convention centre playing in front of 5,000? And they have to be told that they've played in front of nearly 100,000. It's quite funny, so no, he definitely won't be overawed tonight.
Ramon Moore on to Jackson.
I tell you what though, Matty, this crowd feels like 100,000 sometimes. When they get rocking, they are loud.
Where's the foul? Where's the foul? That's a foul.
Well, Dean Demopoulos knows all about the foul count. 9-2 against him.
That was a foul.
I think just a warning there, Matty. They've come over to Dean, who's not happy at all.
Ramon Moore can make his coach a bit happier, but doesn't. As Jawai grabs the ball, McCarron to Gliddon, Worthington back to his captain, and Jawai will hand
Get rewarded at the foul.
He loves it. You said this crowd can make noise like 70,000. Well, listen to that. They love having him home. They love seeing him score. Was that when there is the chance for one more, the Orange Army lets rip.
He's got great hands for a big fella. For a big house that's 140 kilos, he's got great hands and great feet. You rarely see him travel, and you rarely see him bobble a pass. Fantastic hands and a great finish by the big man.
And a great relationship with his coach, Aaron Fern, the man who helped him so much early in his career, got him across to the States. With Jawai playing with Toronto and Minnesota and still making his presence felt. 5 turnovers from Melbourne United. Weeks. And another foul called.
Going back to that season. And yeah, I just don't think he's getting enough touches. We see him on the weak side here. If it goes into Wesley, maybe they'll get him something here.
Tomlinson,
right on
there's
cue.
Blanchfield. Can he deliver? Front of the rim, collected by Williams, who gets busy. Worthington wanted the foul. The referee said play on. It was a strong basket, Devon Williams.
Yeah, that's what he gets paid for. Chase offensive glass, set hard screens, roll to the basket. He's a real no-frills player, Williams.
Melbourne's youngest player, Devon Williams, 22 years of age. Gliddon lost the grip on the ball just as he tried to take the shots. Melbourne will come up with possession. There's the contact with Wortho. How did you see it? Take those orange goggles off.
Now that one, yeah, could have gone either way, Matty. I was happy to see it. He did dip the shoulder a little bit, but Wortho inside the no-charge circle. I'm happy to let him play on that one.
Tomlinson, shoulder to shoulder with Weeks. Third. Cairns ahead by 13. The crowd helping Fern and his team. Let's have a listen to the Cairns coach and what playing at home means.
I need some.
You know, our home court has been fantastic. It has been, you know, since I've taken over as head coach of the program, we've been very difficult to beat at home. Our fan energy and that community feel is very evident at home. They expect us to perform well and play hard. Winning is not an absolute must, but they definitely demand an effort and a never say die attitude at home.
Aaron Fern telling us about the fans who have again come to the Cairns Convention Centre en masse. And with their support, no team has won more home games than Cairns over the last 2 seasons. 23. Last season, they were 11-3 here. The only teams to beat them, tonight's opposition. Mitch McCarron as Cairns move it about.
Nice
back
line
to Jared Weeks. Weeks can't fill the hole. He's 1 of 4 tonight. That successful shot coming from range off the foot of Worthington. Melbourne's ball.
Cairns starting to fall in love with that three a little bit. Just the last couple of possessions, it's just kind of gone side to side with a three-pointer at the end of the shot clock. I'd really like to see him get back and attack the rim where good things will happen.
They've had 21 three-point attempts so far, nailing 7 of them. They won't go anywhere near their NBL 40-minute record 42. Last start against Adelaide.
That's impressive, Matty. That's more than 1 a minute. That's some old-fashioned gunning right there.
Which is good if they're going down, but they weren't. Moore. Karen in his face. Moore goes over the top with the kind roll. And they won't go away, United. But Melbourne United, before being beaten last start by Perth, were too good for Brisbane, too good for Illawarra, and Adelaide before that. Plenty of success recently for Melbourne after a slow start to the season. Back to 3-3. The coach said they were at sea level before that game against Perth. Here's Trice. Prodigal.
This is the game Cairns want to play. They want to slow it down, play a half-court game, pack everyone in off these non-shooters, and this is what they're doing, and they're having great success for Taipans.
Ty Wesley gets one to go. Goes to 6 points for the game, 3 of 8 shooting. Ty Wesley.
Taipans will hold for the last shot here.
4 seconds left. Trice will have to go it alone. Travis Trice, like he finished the first half, he finishes the third.
hard right hand, fantastic finisher with those floaters, and also he's got that dagger from 3 as well, so definitely need to restrict his output.
8 of 10 for Travis Trice, 22 points. Stephen Way. Mitch McCarron puts it on the floor. Jawai to Way! And he gets it back, Stephen Way. The bounce of the ball with Cairns. Wertho on the run. The tip in from McCarron doesn't go. And Odaji plays safe. Makes sure of the possession for Tomlinson eventually. Tomlinson with a pull-up. Nate nods as he watches it go down. It's been handy for Melbourne in recent games, Nate Tomlinson. And now they need to stop Melbourne. Love to put some doubt in the minds of the Taipans. Take this crowd out of the game. And the foul called on Nate Jawai. Cedric Jackson, points for Cedric. He gets it back. Oh, the pass for Majok Majok behind the back, a party trick. The man can't score, but boy, can he assist.
He drops dimes like weight, Cedric Jackson. That was a party time assist, and 2 hands for safety for
It's Melbourne's ball.
Look at this pass. Oh, if you don't mind.
Great to watch. A highlight you'll see again and again. Now Ty Wesley. He chimes in. Quiet, but making some noise right there. Back to 4 points. We spoke about the run. There it is. Game on.
Well, I think he's the answer for United, Matty. I think with Golding out, normally they look to him in these situations. They're down double figures, look for Chris to get him back in the game. I think Ty Wesley, he might be the secret on offense as we see him try and body up against a much bigger Nate Jawai.
Jawai fading away, if that's possible. Can say more than words. Exhibit A, Aaron Fern. There's another one.
Melbourne on a 10-0 run here, Matty.
Dean Demopoulos, which has seen them back to within a point. Down by double figures at the final break. Now Fuquan Edwin just couldn't get his arms free. Wertho thought about it. Thinks about it again and says, why not? Front of the rim, over the top of the hole, and Cairns keep the ball.
Who's going to take and make the big shots for Cairns right now? When you're 0-3, you start, maybe some anxiety creeps in. You look up at that scoreboard, it was 12-13 a couple of minutes ago, now it's 1. Who's going to step up and make the big plays? My money's on Cam Gliddon or this man right here.
Anna Edwin out to Fuquan Edwu. Worthington drives to the hoop unsuccessfully. He got there before the Wesley. As the drums start to beat. Majok Majok! What a way to give Melbourne the lead again.
Ty Wesley, we said it before, Matty. Get the ball inside to Ty Wesley. Good things happen. Let him create down there. See Majok Majok, he won't forget to flush. He loves a dunk.
A 12-0 run now for United. Stopped by Travis Trice.
It's been Travis Trice's night so far, and he doesn't want the party to end. He doesn't want it to be ruined by United. He's at his best game, and he wants to get the win here.
67 on 66. Cedric Jackson. Ty Wesley into the paint. And the foul called on Mark Worthington. A push. And Worthington's first personal foul. The replay showing the push.
As it usually does.
Down. And then Cairns skipping in the second, holding that lead in the third, but Melbourne back with a vengeance in the fourth.
12-2 run, Matty. You can see the anxiety. This is where you start to think about those first 3 losses. You can't let that anxiety creep in. As we see Cedric Jackson do what he does best.
A turnover to Jackson. He went back for Anderson or Williams, but heard a whistle instead. Another foul on Worthington.
Smart foul there by Wortho. It was a 4-on-1 break. I think really put the fire out there. It really needed to happen.
Tell us about the mental struggle, the hurdle that Cairns face right here, seemingly with the game in their control, and in the blink of an eye, it's nip and tuck again.
Matty, this is huge. This is where the doubt starts to creep in, and they just can't let that happen, the Taipans. Stick with the process, stick with what's worked for you this game. You've attacked the rim, keep knocking down shots.
Speaking of knocking them down, David Anderson.
He's been knocking them down for a quarter of a century, Matty.
Since he first played in the NBL in 1998. So 4 personals for Devon Williams.
We see Trice get on that right hand, and he's unstoppable. When he's on that right hand, he's a hard task to stop, Matty.
You got 2, right, or 3? You got 2 or 3?
2 timeouts left for Dean Demopoulos. That's the answer to his question.
Just get all emotional, we start fucking yelling.
Aaron Fern making a first appearance in the audio before being quickly cut off. And Travis Trice will make his coach just a little happier at the free throw line. Cairns by 4. Melbourne fighting hard. Ramon Moore floats his body through the air, the ball through the air, and then through the rim.
Get some butter with that roll, Matty. That was lovely. Nice little finger roll over the defence there. It was beautiful.
Seemed to happen in slow motion. He made it look easy.
Oh, there he is again.
Edwin. He liked it, and so much was. Right now it's Travis holding sway. 26 points to 3 for Cedric. Jackson has been good when it comes to the assists. 5 on 2 for Trice. How have you assessed their matchup and games respectively?
Well, Cedric Jackson's always sort of a stat stuffer, Matty. He gets the points, rebounds, steals, assists. You're never really going to see him drop 30 on teams, but defensively, he hangs his hat. He's a very proud defender. You don't see too many people drop 26 points on him in a game, so I'm sure he won't be happy about that at all.
Trice in action, having his best game since arriving in the NBL. First-year import from Michigan State University. As I mentioned, he played in that NCAA Final Four game in front of 72,000 fans. Quite incredible. Played in the D-League. Averaged more than 15 points per game. Firstly with the Westchester Knicks. Played for the Miami Heat in the D-League as well. As Fuquan Edwin stepped in front of him. I think because the original disagreement was when Travis Trice.
You're not a time to get a technical. Calm down. Okay. No, you're not. Don't run, okay?
That rebound stat, 9 offensive rebounds this quarter.
I mean, 9 is a lot for a game. So to pull down 9 this quarter, it's just been absolutely backbreaking for United. A real problem for them right now.
9 offensive boards this term. Fantastic for Cairns.
This is the matchup they want right here. Gliddon dancing on that right hand. Beautiful.
And he gets the better of David Anderson. Those 36-year-old knees given a workout by Cam Gliddon. Ty Wesley. And the rebound falls for Trice. And the foul comes from Tomlinson.
Smart foul there.
And then Egwu guards Moore. Wesley back for Moore. Short of the shot. And Worthington with the clock on their side. Gliddon.
You slow it down now, get a good shot. Horns, they'll get the 2 big guys up and they'll let Gliddon go off whichever way he wants. Try and force a switch.
Gliddon.
Oh, great catch.
Great pass as well. They can't complete. It was worth points. Jackson for Wesley. Here's Nate Tomlinson taking three.
Three-ball corner pocket, needed that one.
Back to a
by Nate.
two-basket game. Just over a minute on the clock. And this time, Trice is fouled. Not in the bonus yet, Cairns.
Timeout.
At 79-73, we will go to a timeout. This game's still alive. We've got another. You'll see it tomorrow night from the Wynn Entertainment Centre. That is the scene at the Cairns Convention Centre. Aaron Fern in the huddle. And he'll be delighted that his team is leading by 6, but there is work to do, considering that Cairns came into this game with the fewest points, the worst field goal percentage, the worst three-point percentage, second last for second effort points, the fewest rebounds, second fewest assists, second fewest block shots. There were concerns galore for Aaron, who had fewest turnovers, and they had plenty going for them. But tonight, Cairns have fought back.
I just think they've had a totally different mindset tonight. I just think they've attacked from the start. They've had a couple of patches there where they've got a bit trigger happy on the three, but for the most part, they've been very disciplined and very poised and very precise with what they've wanted to do.
Inside the final minute, Cairns 79, Melbourne 73. Trice, who's been fantastic, 26 points, 28.
Former veterans knock tonight, and him and Travis Trice have really led the way from the get-go.
Weeks. Edwin skipping around now. Left alone. Fuquan pulls the trigger. It's short. And Melbourne through Tomlinson. Almost a turnover. Otaji adds 3 points to his tally. His first 3 points of the night, in fact, so he opens his tally. Worthington thought about setting it up for Weeks. Instead, he lays it up for himself to go to 14. And that is the first win of the season for the Cairns Taipans. The Orange Army applauds Aaron Fern, who's delivered again at home. So still, they are unbeatable in their first home game of the season. Not tossed in that game since 2000, the Cairns Taipans. And it's much needed after 3 straight road losses. Melbourne United slipped to 3 and 4. Lemon Williams are cheering again. They were 11 and 3 at home last season. 1-0 early in the 2016-17 season. It's the fewest fouls ever from Cairns in a game. They've been disciplined, and one of their best is standing by with Cam.
Travis, fantastic game tonight, mate. Really concerted effort to attack right from the get-go. How are you feeling after your first win?
I feel great. I mean, we took a couple of losses early on the road, and our main thing is we want to come back and bounce back at home and open up with a win at home.
You look healthy tonight. You're moving well. You feeling pretty good out there?
Yeah, I feel good. That knee injury really messed me up. That was the first time I've really been injuring a knee, so I felt great tonight, and my teammates did a good job of setting screens for me and getting me open.
Mate, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Travis Trice, 28 points, 10 of 15 shooting from the fields. Just the 2 assists that he delivered his best game since joining the NBL. Nate Jawai, he had his moments as well, 7 points.
Groups they're fighting their points.
It does help making some shots. I mean, they got out to a fast start and so did we, but if we didn't, I mean, we could have been in a 15-point deficit from the start. So really proud of our effort, and yeah, when they switched up the defenses, we got a bit stagnant, but we pushed through, and I think our toughness got us that win.
Mate, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, Cam Gliddon, only the 6 points tonight. Still struggling with his shooting percentage, but found a way to deliver with rebounding, 6, 4 assists. And from a team perspective, as Ty Wesley warms down, Cairns just the 5 turnovers. That's the fewest by any team this year. So few turnovers, few fouls. There was plenty to like for Aaron Fern after what had been an alarming start to the season in so many areas statistically. So Melbourne, the professional outfit that they are, stay on the court, straight into preparations for their next game. Stephen Way, he continued his return from an injury period in his career, and Cam's now standing by with David Anderson.
Dave, tough one for you guys tonight, mate. A fantastic comeback there in the fourth quarter, come roaring back.
They're off to tonight. They'd love to celebrate round 4 with back-to-back wins, but winning on the road has been their problem. Home, it's all good, and it's certainly good tonight for Nate Jawai and the Taipans. They've won it against Melbourne United, 83-76. And Anderson was decent, but so many highlights of the Cairns Taipans.
Mate, there really was. Wortho led from the front. We saw those couple of pushes in transition, really set the tone, and everyone else followed. Travis Trice came into the game and he was just dynamite. Pushed the ball the whole time. Got on that right hand where he's extremely tough to stop.
Well, Aaron Fern is here, and Travis Trice, let's make him the talking point. Where did that game come from tonight?
Oh yeah, probably do for a few guys. It's been it's tough to start the season on the road. It's a tough league and hard to get wins in this league for anybody on the road. So the other teams have had the opportunity to play at home and just feel a little bit more comfortable when you're at your home place, and our guys felt that tonight for sure. And the crowd's always great here, and you feel that energy, and we made some shots, and that helps.
Not many fouls, not many turnovers. Was the discipline tonight one of the most pleasing aspects for the coach?
Yeah, look, we've always been a fairly disciplined team. I mean, obviously I'm pretty structured in how we play and very disciplined defensively, and so we don't want to foul a lot and put them to the foul line, and that's what you try to do. But